Okay, so Jackie, why are you going to start going tanning?
Because I'm going to prom and to a wedding.
And why do you want to be tan for these things?
Because I want to look tan and I don't want to have any bad tan lines.
So I decided to do my statistics project on indoor tanning. Before I get started with the results and everything, I'd like to take a minute and explain why this is both an issue that's personal to me and an issue that affects RBR as a whole. Spring of 2009, I started going indoor tanning in preparation for senior pictures. Eventually, I was going every single day in the highest level bed for the longest amount of time possible. It got kind of out of hand. And then...
Well, when you hear about this next warning, you may never want to go tanning again. Medical experts now say that using a tanning bed can be deadly.
Tanning beds are just as likely to cause cancer as lighting up a smoke. As deadly as arsenic. Increase the risk of melanoma by 75% for people who started tanning before the age of 30.
So I decided to stop indoor tanning for good once I heard that. I was curious to see if girls at RBR are still tanning despite the health risks. And I also wanted to see if there was any correlation between whether or not a girl goes tanning and her self-image. Leslie, do you go tanning?
Yes, I do.
And why do you go tanning?
Because I think that I look better with a tan.
In order to get a random sample of students from the school, I drew a map of the entire school and I gave every classroom a number, and there ended up being 60 possible classrooms. So using the random number generator on my calculator, I'm going to find 15 of those rooms and visit them during study hall and ask every single one of the girls in that room to fill out the survey. Now I'm going to document my method of finding a sample. Okay, there. Those are the rooms I'm visiting. This was totally random. Allison, do you go indoor tanning?
No, I don't, because I don't really get tan. I just get a sunburn, so I don't really want to pay for that.
So, I got 60 responses from my study halls. It's raining statistics! And it was totally anonymous, and I gathered all of the data and put it onto 3 separate charts. The first chart shows all of the responses and shows how many girls and what % of girls gave each response. The second chart shows how many girls and what % of girls gave each response for the numbers 1 through 10. The third chart shows the frequency of each total answer. For example, how many girls answered option 3 and also gave themselves a 4. So do you go tanning?
No.
And why not?
Because I'm already tan and I don't think it's very healthy, so I don't think it's a good idea.
So then I constructed these 2 computer-generated graphs to show the 2 different sets of data. But what's interesting is the percentage of girls that tan regularly is almost identical to the percentage of girls who rated themselves with a 4 or below. This could be written off as coincidence until you look more closely at that third chart, the one that shows all of the total responses. And if you look at it the way I've shown here, you see how the bulk of the answers fall into a specific pattern. The less frequently someone tans, the higher their self-esteem seems to be. This is completely different than what I expected. I thought, from personal experience, that tanning is glamorous and you feel better when you do it, and I thought that girls who tanned would have a higher self-esteem, but apparently the confidence not to go tanning and not to put yourself in that danger is what gives these girls their self-esteem.
So Kelsey, before prom, you're gonna go get a spray tan instead of going tanning, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think that spray tan is a lot healthier than going tanning.
Now, I don't want this whole thing to seem preachy. A disclaimer is that pretty much the day after this is due, I'm going to start going tanning again for prom. So this isn't so much a don't go tanning thing as it is just an observation at what girls at RBR see as beautiful. Thank you for watching.